now you have some good insight on how to set up your coaching business and what that requires. So let's have a look at branding. The next video that I do is going to be on marketing. And I think it's very important for you to understand the difference between branding and marketing. Branding is pull. You're pulling people to you by the way you present yourself, position yourself, what you offer, right? Marketing is push. It's getting your message out there. It's running the ads. It's outreach. Okay, so that's why they are different. Sometimes people lump them into the same bucket. And there can be some like blurred lines with branding and marketing. Yeah, they can kind of fall into each other's bracket from time to time. But for the most part, branding is pull. So there are things that you can do with your coaching brand that will entice people, inspire people to want to come and work with you, or at least look at you as somebody that's positioned as an expert in your field. So I'm going to share some ways that you can increase your brand when it comes to running your coaching business online. So first thing you can do is you want to come up with a short message. And this message explains who you are, what you do, and how you can support people. Okay. Very simple. Get very clear on that. Who you are, what you do, and how you support people. Okay. Share that as a video. Have that as a picture or some slides on your social media. Just have it somewhere, right? And if somebody ever asks you a little bit more about what you do or who you are, you can always send them that if they want to have a look at something visual. Okay, it's always good. And plus, you need to have the clarity to know who you are, what you do, and how you support people. Okay, that's first things first. Obviously, you can put that in your bio as well on your social media. That would be important. Some people ask me, should I run with a company name or a personal name? I always say run with you personally, because people love connecting with a personal brand, not just a company or organization. If you do have a company that you want to like leverage off that, or you leverage your personal brand off the company, then cool. But most of your efforts as a coach to be able to create more connections, to get more leads, to have more conversations is going to come from your personal brand. Mine is Joel Brown. Okay. On my Instagram at I am Joel Brown is where most of my business is coming from. And I see this with so many other coaches that I train as well. The next thing you can do is create a unique approach to coaching. So you want to see like what sets you apart. Do you have like a methodology or a system or some sort of like signature program or like a blueprint way that you do something that could be different? And it doesn't have to be extremely different. One of my good friends, her name is Sally Hogshead. She is one of the world's top female marketers. She says, you know, Joel, it's easier to be different than it is to be better. And I agree. If you're in this cesspool and saturation trying to stand out, it's tough. It's very competitive. But if you can find that one little thing that makes you different, maybe it's a certain modality that you use, maybe it's some certain tools or insights you have that is slightly different to what a lot of other people in your space is offering in your niche or in the marketplace, that there will stand you apart. And if you discover what that is and you can put it into words, share that. Like share it quite often, actually. I would say every 4 or 5 posts or 6 posts, mention your system or your blueprint or your unique methodology so that people know, hey, this person stands apart. They're different. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be extremely different, just at least something different than usual. Another thing you can do is you could write an ebook or a guide or a PDF of some sort and have that and offer that. So if somebody was to come to your social media page, they'll be able to see that you have something that you're actually offering that is put into a book form. And just remember, this doesn't have to be a grueling task. You can put together a PDF ebook on Word. You type it up on Word doc. You can go to Docs. Google has a Docs there. If you just type in Google Docs and type it up in there, lay it all out, turn it into a PDF, submit it. You may even be able to package it together and put it up on Amazon. If you really love the book and you want to make it a solid book, you could do that too. But the fact that you have a book starts to build credibility for you. It starts to position you as an authority figure in your space. So you can do that. I don't want to overwhelm you and say you have to do every single one of these things, but obviously every time you do one of these things, it keeps increasing your influence in the space and your authority and credibility with your brand. Okay. After writing a book or an ebook, another thing you could possibly create is you could create a coaching program that's tailored towards your client's specific problems or challenges, and share it often, and share that you have this program. So then people will start taking you seriously. They don't just see that you say that you're a coach and you've written like a guide or a book. You also have a program that you offer. So you're starting to actually treat it like a business, right? And when they see that in your brand, they go, oh, that person must be professional and they're taking this seriously. They must really mean what they are all about with their coaching, because they're willing to bring people in and support them. Okay. Another thing is you could speak at conferences and events. So start networking, connect with promoters of events, go to events, find out who the promoter is, get to know them, build a friendship first, or network and ask questions, ask people, do you know anybody that's running events? You could go to Toastmasters, right? Toastmasters is free. Every city has a Toastmasters where you can go and practice speaking. And sometimes in those Toastmasters nights or events that they have, usually once a week or once every couple of weeks, there may be 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 people. And so if you go, bring a friend, ask one of your friends, hey, do you want to jump in and learn some public speaking? And no one's there judging, everyone's learning, everyone's starting from scratch like you. And sometimes I have seasoned speakers that can give you advice and share with you where they get speaking gigs. So that's a really cool way to do it as well. And I would say with your friend that he comes along, maybe you can like swap with him and say, hey, I'll set up the Toastmasters night and invite you, or get the tickets or book it for us. Can you take some photos of me or get some video footage of me speaking, right? And then when you share that online, people see that you're out there doing things, you're speaking and you're making efforts and you're learning. So yeah, this starts to build your brand more, and people will think, okay, great, they're a speaker and a coach, they teach, they facilitate, they consult. All these things help you to build your brand. It's really important stuff. So once you have this, you've spoken at some events or conferences, or you're working on having that part of your wheelhouse. Another thing you can do is you could even offer maybe some free coaching sessions or discovery sessions. So you could let your followers know, hey, I've opened up 3 spots and I'm giving away 3 discovery calls, 20-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour discovery calls. And sharing that will show the rest of your audience that you are actively coaching, and that you also have some seats available, and that you're also taking on clients. So it's just another way to build your brand. So sharing that is really powerful. What you can do too is you can ask your clients that got great results to share a testimonial or reviews for you. Maybe one of them could even become a case study, but just reaching out to them and saying, hey, could you shoot a quick video? And by the way, video is always best, because you can always transcribe the text from what the person says and make it like an actual text that's typed up and a graphic with it. But you want the video copy too, because people are more receptive online now for video. It shows that you haven't just made a testimonial up, because when you think about it, it's just a text. Anybody could have written it, right? You want a picture of the person. If you get a text one, you got to get their permission to use it, obviously. But also if they shoot a video, you can share that video too. And this is going to help you to build credibility, and it builds rapport with your followers. They see, okay, this person knows how to get results. And that's what a real coach is, somebody that knows how to actually get results. The next thing you can do is create a podcast. I personally created a podcast for nearly 9 years ago now called Addicted to Success, Addicted, the number 2 Success. And we've had people like Tony Robbins, Matthew McConaughey, Gary Vaynerchuk, Simon Sinek, Dr. Joe Dispenza, like so many, Grant Cardone, who else? Gabby Bernstein. We have so many people that are featured that are top coaches, speakers, and authors. And what's cool about the podcast is it allows for you to be able to spend time with your people in a personal space. So what I mean by that is when people listen to your podcast, it's kind of like they're like hanging out with you when they're going for a walk, or waking up in the morning, or running some errands, or driving in the car. This is like personal time. Working out at the gym, they're listening to you in their ear, and it feels like they know you. So it's a great way to build rapport. And what I do is I just create my own ads and record into a mic with some background music that I get from artlist.io, and just drop that behind. And then I can put it at the start of my episodes and then put my episodes out. But you got to be consistent with the podcast, right? It's just another great way as well to network with people and deliver value to people that want to listen to what you got to say. So a podcast can help to build your brand too. Another one is you could use video marketing. So you can shoot video content, post that on your social media channels. And then the social media content that does the best, let's say you put up like 30 pieces of content, there may be 5 posts that really take off, that people are more engaging with, that looks good, that you feel happy with, and it's really speaking into the message of where you want to take people. You could end up putting some money behind that and running ads to that, and then inviting people with a call to action at the end to say, hey, you know, I've got 3 spots open or 2 spots open for one-on-one coaching, or my group program just opened up. DM me the word coach, or DM me the word results if you're ready to get some results today, right? So you want to use your social media sometimes as like a testing ground to see what type of content is really taking off and buzzing in your community. And then you can put money behind that rather than just putting money behind everything or guessing what people will like. You can test it first with your social media channels. And sometimes you can run a small amount of money behind some ads to test first. And you'll know very quickly, you know, you can put $10, $20, $30. I mean, I'm not, you know, a Facebook ads expert or Instagram ads expert or YouTube ads expert. You would have to find someone who does that. But you can get faster results if you spend a bit more to see which content your audience is vibing with, right? So that's just another way to do it.